What's up, DBs? I was watching some college football last night and spotted a lot of good technique that I wanted to bring to you guys to help you guys make plays in your next game. So right now we have number 2 in the slot. He's kind of far off that hash. Usually I would say get inside leverage, which it looks like the DB does. He converts to inside leverage. Now the receiver is going to take a heavy inside stem here, heavy inside stem, indicator that he's running some type of over route to the other side of the field. So we're going to get under this, slice to the other hip, and now we're in front of the receiver and we make a great play. I really like the attention to detail and the technique here. The ball is in the boundary, the receiver's at the top of the numbers. You hear me say this all the time. I like to go outside leverage here, anticipating an outside so that we can take away the fade. Receiver releases outside. We do a good job kicking, getting hands on, staying on top of this vertical. Again, this is why I like outside leverage. The receiver's unable. It allows us to stay on top of the It allows us to stay on top of the fade, and it widens his release to try to get vertical. So instead of him running in a straight line, he has to angle towards the sideline in order to attempt to get on top of us. Never does, and we make a great play. I like this catch technique in the slot. We're inside leverage. We're gonna go with an inside scooch, 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 scooch on third down. The receiver is still on a straight line, so we're going to set our feet, anchor down, squat, and now we're going to catch the receiver here at the top of the route. Now on this play here, you have to understand how to play the run as a DB. At some point it's going to show up, and if you're trying to compete for a job at the next level, this might be the determining factor between you and someone who's only able to cover. So you might be an outside linebacker or a nickel or a star, down safety. It's all the same position. You get flow, or you get everyone looking like they're working away from you. So you want to shuffle, 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 fill an open gap if one presents itself up the middle. And you want to be prepared for cutback, which is pretty much your primary position here. Be ready for the cutback. So you want to shuffle down the line, stay square. All right, now we want to be in position to play cutback. He's in perfect position. He just doesn't make the play. I think it's because there's a lineman in the way here that kind of kicks his foot at him, messes up his angle. But he does a good job initially of being disciplined and knowing what he's supposed to do. So you got to know that flow goes away, shuffle, 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 be ready for cutback. Now, as the corner, you can't just be a man guy. You got to be able to make tackles. So it looks like this safety or this receiver is going to crack this end man here, our nickel, our star that we're talking about, our Sam, or he's looking to crack the safety. But you got to be ready to trigger on the run if he is blocking in any type of way. So he's angling in. You got to make sure he makes contact before you come off of this. But in the back of your head, you got to be ready to trigger, crack and replace. All right, so he has no one to block, so he turns back and looks to block you. We need to get off of this block. Do not play with them. All right, get off of this block, and we need to contain. We can't let the running back get outside of us. So we do a good job of coming off the block, making an aggressive tackle. I'm surprised this wasn't horse collar. This definitely looks like horse collar. I'm not a ref, but at the end of the day, I do like that we're aggressive here and we don't let the running back get the edge. I think without the horse collar, we would still be able to make this play. So we get a stiff arm. You want to knock that stiff arm down. That's why he has to do this, by the way. An extra tidbit, you're supposed to knock the stiff arm down and then go for the tackle. Because he's trying to fight through the stiff arm, that's why he has to tackle like this. Could be missed call, probably missed call, but this is a good way to help you guys learn how you're supposed to fit the run as a DB.